Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this bank holiday Monday. It's a real spring feel to the weather this weekend, so hopefully you had a nice bank holiday weekend. Our theme today is just be. So let us just be in the present moment, just be ourselves and have a nice 60 minutes of stretching and movement and meditation. As always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin our practice lying down. Make yourself comfortable on your mat. Close your eyes. Let go of your day and everything that's going on in your life. Let go of the past and concerns for the future and just be. And begin to observe your sense of hearing. Noticing all of the sounds around you. The near, the far, the loud and the soft. And then allow your attention to move to your sense of smell. Noticing the smells around you or imagining your favorite scent. Inhaling it, allowing it to fill your body. And letting that focus now go to your sense of sight. With your eyes closed, just noticing that screen at the back of your eyelids. Noticing the colors, the shapes, the movement. And then becoming aware of your sense of touch. Noticing your connection points with your mat. The temperature of your skin, the texture of your clothes. And let that attention now go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhale. And let's practice that victorious breath, that Yuji breath. So imagining that you're breathing through a little hole at the base of your throat. And begin to listen to the sound that you make with that breath. An oceanic sound. And let's use that breath throughout our practice today. Taking 3 more breaths like this. And on your next inhale, raise your arms up and over your head to the floor behind. And then drawing them back down by your sides. And again, inhale, draw the arms up overhead. And exhale, bringing them back down by your side once more. And bending your knees, roll over onto your side and lying with your shins parallel to the long side, thighs parallel to the short side, putting your right hand on top of your left. And let's just draw the arm all the way over to the right. And bring it back again. And again. And one more time. And then let's take that over to the other side. So left hand on top and your knees bent. And again, drawing the arm all the way over, following it with your gaze, letting that left shoulder blade come onto the mat and drawing it back. And again, all the way over. And one more time. And then from here, drawing yourself up to sit. And if you like to have a block, pop yourself onto it. Sitting up tall, equal weight on both seat bones, lengthening through the spine. And from here, raising the right arm up with the left hand down by your side. Let's take a little bend to the left, letting the gaze and the chest look upwards. As we take 3 breaths here, each breath just deepening that bend. So you really begin to feel that whole right side of your rib cage, right lung open up. Remembering that victorious breath. And taking it over then to the other side. And coming all the way up. Let's take a twist now to the left. So thinking of your belly button moving as you come around, let that right hand just help you to extend the twist so your spine gets nicely rotated. And again, taking 3 breaths here. And slowly coming back to the center, take a breath here. And let's take that twist to the right. Again, just encouraging that spine to rotate. And back to the center, raising the gaze and bowing the head. And again, lifting and bowing. One more time. Back to the center, let's just turn it from side to side, keeping that chin parallel with the floor. And once more. And coming back to the center, let's make our way to kneel. So working with your body here, if you're able to kneel like this, great. If you're not, just get into the closest part of this position, the nearest you can get to it. So you might be sitting back a little bit or even up tall. And from here, we're going to raise our arms up and lift up onto our knees, and then come down to all fours and through to a cat. So you're rounding your spine as you come down. Then bring that through to a cow, tilting the pelvis, and then push back to child's pose. So let's run through that again. Coming to kneel, rising up, bringing the arms up, through to a cat, rolling into your cow, pushing back to your child's pose. Let's synchronize that with the breath now. So coming back to your starting position on your inhale, lifting up. Exhale through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale back to child's pose. And again, coming back to kneel. Inhale up. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale child's pose. 2 more times. Working with your own breath, trying to hear that sound from your victorious breath. And then let's meet back in tabletop. So in your tabletop, remember, when you look behind you, you don't want to be able to see your feet, keeping those hips over your knees and shoulders over your wrists. And let's just do a couple of cat-cows here. Just really letting that spine waken up. And maybe start to move the shoulders and the hips, kind of freestyling here Just let the body roll in whatever movement it suggests to you until you're ready then to come to stillness. And then raising up the right arm, draw it all the way up, follow it with your gaze. And let's take 3 breaths here in this twist. Keeping a softness in that left elbow. Then bringing the right hand down and drawing the left hand up. And left hand down. And let's make our way into a downward dog. So curling those toes, step the hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. Push the hips back, lifting the knees, and let's slowly make our way into downward dog. So starting with your knees very well bent and your heels up off the mat. Push your hips back as far as they can go. So you can really feel the length in your spine. And that's what we want to keep as we move our legs into position. So you want to keep that length. If that starts to be compromised in any way, then that's where your legs should stay. So if that means you've got more of a bend in your knee than you normally would have, that's fine. Just keep the length in the spine and slowly pedaling with those legs until you're ready to come to stillness. Let's take 3 breaths here. Remembering that victorious breath. And then walking the feet up to meet the hands, bend the knees, and come up to stand at the top of your mat. And as we're here, check in with the hips. So we want them in a straight line with the top of the mat. And we want to try as much as possible to keep them this square. We're going to come into a warrior 1, and your hips are going to want to move. So let's see, can we keep them as square as this? So with that right leg, step it back. And if you're feeling a little wobbly, just move the foot out to the full width of the mat. Bending this knee, keeping it over the ankle. Square up the hips. So draw that left hip back and let the right hip come forward. You'll feel an extra stretch on that right leg as you do that. Put a little bit of pressure into the outside edge of that right foot. And raise the arms up, keeping the shoulders soft. And engage the core, drawing up the pelvic floor, belly button in and up. Let's take 3 breaths here, using that victorious breath. And then moving from warrior 1 to warrior 2. So we're going to move this right leg across so that the heels are in line with each other. Bring the arms into a T, and then having the body looking towards the long side of the mat, just turn the head. Keeping that knee bent. And again, 3 breaths here. And bring the hands onto the hips, step that right foot forward. Good, taking it into a tree pose then. So shifting the weight into that left foot, turning the right foot at a right angle and raising the foot up either onto your calf or your thigh, whichever works for you today. But we want to keep that knee at a right angle. Bringing the hands into prayer, lengthening through the spine. Find a gaze point, soften the gaze. Maybe raise the arms up over the head. Three more breaths here. And releasing the hands down, let the leg come down and coming back to stand at the top of your mat again. Okay, so now let's step the left leg back. So again, being conscious of your hips and being square with the top of the mat. Step the left leg back, bending this right knee, keeping the knee over the ankle. Remember, we want to imagine we've got some kind of a wall here on the right side that we're trying to keep that knee against. Then square up the hips, a little bit of weight in the outside edge of the back foot. Raise the arms up for your warrior one. And then moving from here to your warrior two. So just stepping the back foot across so the heels are in line into your warrior two. Remember, body looking out the long side and head just turned. Softening the shoulders, engaging the core. Victorious breath. And coming back to the top of the mat to take it into our tree pose. So turning that left leg at a right angle and raising it up to your calf or your thigh. Finding your gaze point. Let the core help you. Hands in prayer. Maybe raising them up and taking 3 breaths. And releasing the foot down, coming back to stand at the top of your mat. So let's build a little flow into that. So you've got a good idea of how we'll switch from warrior one into warrior two. So from here, raising the arms up, let's sweep them down and come into a forward fold. From here, stepping back into your downward dog. 1 breath. Raise the right leg up and step it forward, rising up to your warrior one. Square up the hips, raise the arms, take a breath. And move it to warrior two. So lining up the heels, take a breath. Draw that left arm over, almost like we're doing a front crawl. Bring the hands down, swivel on that back foot and step back into
your downward dog for a breath. Stretching the left leg out. Step it through to rise up to warrior one. And bringing it to warrior two. Draw the right arm over, frame the foot, swivel on the back foot into your downward dog. Right leg out behind you, stepping it through, warrior one. Moving the back leg across, warrior two. Drawing the left hand over, adjusting the feet to come into downward dog. Left leg out behind you, stepping it through, warrior one. Moving to warrior two. Right hand over, coming back to downward dog. Once more on each side, right leg stretched out, stepping up into warrior one. Warrior two. Arms over, downward dog. Left leg back, stepping it through, warrior one. Warrior two. Drawing the arm over and coming back once more to downward dog. And walking the feet up to meet the hands, come up to stand at the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart, equal weight on both feet. Drawing the arms up so they're running past the ears. And now we've got our big beach ball in our arms, but we're going to draw it back. Raise the gaze. And then from here, slowly draw it forward, bringing the ball all the way down into a forward fold. Let the hands come down onto the mat. Forward fold. And then from here, lifting up, bring the hands onto the hips. We're just coming to halfway. Elbows looking at each other, gaze on the floor. Forward fold once again. And then pick the beach ball up. Draw it all the way up. Up, 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 up. Follow it with your gaze into a back bend. Sweeping through again, so it's like we're in slow motion. As we make our way into our forward fold, bend your knees as you need to. Take a breath down here. Lift the body halfway, hands on hips, elbows looking at each other. On down to forward fold. Pick up the beach ball. Rising all the way up, up, up. Follow it with your gaze through to your back bend. And again, making your way down. Try to keep the movement flowing so it's a steady flow, consistent flow into your forward fold. Take a breath here. Drawing up to halfway. Forward fold again. Pick up your beach ball all the way up. Drawing back last time as we keep that continuous stream of movement all the way down, forward fold, drawing up to half, hands on hips, and forward fold again, picking up the beach ball, rising all the way up, drawing back, and hinging forward once again into forward fold. This time let the hands come down onto the mat. Let's step that right leg back. Now step it back as far as it can go. And then bring the knee down. So you've got a big long stretch on that quad. Rise up, draw the arms up. 3 breaths here in low lunge. Now raise the gaze to bring a back bend in. And looking to the front, framing the foot, step that right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Stepping the left leg back. For your low lunge again, extending this calf or this quad as much as you can. Raise the arms up, engaging the core. And raising the gaze. Framing the foot, stepping the left leg up to meet the right forward fold. Take a breath. And again, let's flow through this. And then we come up all the way up to stand. Bring the hands into prayer at the chest. So we're going to go from standing to forward fold, right leg back, low lunge. Stepping back up into a forward fold, left leg back, low lunge, back to a forward fold and standing up, okay? I'll talk you through it. 1 breath for each movement. So from here, raise the arms up and forward fold. Take a breath here. Right leg back, rising up to low lunge. Take a breath. Frame the foot, step the right leg up into low lunge, or into forward fold, and left leg back, low lunge. Through to forward fold, coming all the way up to stand. Good, we'll go through that again. It's your choice whether you want to, in low lunge, just look straight ahead or raise the gaze and bring a little back bend in, so whichever you prefer. So, bringing the arms up, let's sweep down, low lunge. I'm getting all my poses mixed up. Forward fold. And step the right leg back for your low lunge. Framing the foot, Moving into your forward fold. And left leg back. Low lunge. Moving to forward fold. And coming up to stand. Good. And again, bringing the arms up and through to forward fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Stepping up to forward fold. Left leg back, low lunge. And up to forward fold. And come all the way up. Good, last time. Raising the arms up, forward fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Stepping up to forward fold. Left leg back, low lunge. And stepping up to forward fold. And come all the way up. Bringing the hands into prayer. Good. Take a breath here. And once again, folding forward into your forward fold, this time stepping back into your plank. So legs back nice and long, then draw those shoulders over the wrists, hands, fingers open wide. Little softness in the elbows, keeping that core nicely engaged. One more breath here. Draw the knees down, open the feet, keeping the elbows in as you let the chest come down and then the belly. And then let's draw the forehead and chest away from the mat, holding it here for 3 breaths. And forehead down on the mat again. And from here, once again, lifting up into your plank. And down on the knees, feet, chest, belly, lifting into your cobra. Let the forehead come down and drawing yourself back up into your plank. Knees down, feet, chest and belly, and through to your back bend. And forehead down one last time, drawing up into your plank. And coming down, knees and feet, chest and belly, into your back bend. Let the forehead come down and this time lift up to your tabletop. With your tabletop, just having those hands a little bit in front of the shoulders. And from here, curling the toes, we're going to raise up into a downward dog. So pushing the hips back, making your way into your downward dog, taking 3 breaths. And bringing the knees down onto the mat. As they come down, they should be directly under your hips. Open out the feet. This time, let the arms come out long. Lower the head down onto the mat. Puppy dog. One more breath here. And drawing up to your tabletop and through to your downward dog. Once again, tabletop, take a breath. Puppy dog. Take a breath. Back to tabletop for a breath. And into your downward dog. And let's walk those feet up to meet the hands at the top of the mat and come all the way up to stand. Good. And from here, let's take a full sun salute on each side. So again, remembering to start out right, equal weight on both feet. And standing up nice and tall, drawing the arms up, palms together, raise the gaze. Through to your forward fold. Lifting halfway. And forward fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Into your plank. Just for one breath. Coming down, knees and feet, chest and belly. Into your cobra for one breath. Pushing on up through your tabletop to your downward dog for one breath. Stretching the right leg out and stepping it through, low lunge for one breath. And forward fold. Coming all the way up. Forward fold. Left leg coming back, low lunge. Into your plank. And making your way down onto your mat, into your back bend. Pushing through to your downward dog. Stretching that left leg back and stepping it through. Forward fold. And bend the knees. Coming all the way up, bringing those hands into prayer. Take a breath.
And then from here, bending, hinging at the hips, forward fold.
And make your way down onto your mat, all the way down. So your back is on the floor and your knees are bent. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then crossing that right leg over the left thigh, flexing the foot, lifting that left leg up. If you can clasp your hands behind your thigh, do. Trying to keep a softness in the shoulders here. Both feet flexed. One more breath here. And letting the left foot come down. Let's just take that over to the other side. So left leg across the right thigh. Lifting the leg up. Keeping the feet flexed. Softening the shoulder blades. One more breath. And letting that foot, both feet come down onto the mat. And we're going to lift up into a bridge. So just drawing the hips up as we take 3 breaths here. And gently lowering yourself down, hugging those knees into your chest. Take a little movement here. And in your own time, let those feet come down onto the mat. Lengthen out the legs. And turn the palms upwards. Allowing the body now to totally soften, relax, and let go. And just be. Letting go the toes and the soles of the feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles, your calves and shins. Letting go your knees front and back. Your thighs front and back. Letting go your glutes and your pelvis. The whole back of your body, your shoulder blades. Just letting it all go. Letting go the front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, backs of the hands, palms of the hands, and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips, and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And taking time here for gratitude. Gratitude to yourself. And gratitude for all that is good in your life today. And let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale. Letting your attention stay with your breath as you begin to connect with your inner self. On a lane in spring. A little lane, the brook runs close beside and spangles in the sunshine while the fish glide swiftly by, and hedges leafing with the green spring tide. From out their greeny the old birds fly and chirp and whistle in the morning sun. The pileworth glitters neath the pale blue sky. The little robin has its nest begun, and grass green linnets around the bushes fly. How mild the spring comes in, the daisy buds lift up their golden blossoms to the sky. How lovely are the pingles and the woods. Here a beetle runs and there a fly rests on the arum leaf in bottle green, and all the spring in this sweet lane is seen.